Hey everybody, welcome to the topping deck profiles for the third Southern Utah Online Locals. So the list that you're looking at right now is the Eldlich Invoked, or sorry, not Invoked, Eldlich Lightsworn. I'm just pretty used to saying Eldlich Invoked for some reason. I'm just not exactly too sure why. But first, before we get into these lists, I do want to mention that today is the last day that you can sign up for my tournament. And if you're unfamiliar with that, it is a non-meta tournament, and you can go join the Discord in the description below, and you can read some more information about that. As well as there's a video on this channel that'll go in full detail as to all of the tournament details. So if you do want to play in a tournament that I am hosting, today is the last day to sign up. If it is after today, you can probably still sign up. You'll just be receiving a round 1 loss as long as it's, not after round number 2. But yeah, and if you do miss it altogether, it's okay. There'll be more tournaments in the future, hopefully. So anyways, let's get into this list. So obviously it's an Eldlich list, so we're playing pretty much like 3 of all the good Eldlich cards. So like, just like Eldlich the Golden Lord, Conquistador, Hakero, Sanguine, Golden Land Forever at 2 copies actually, which is a little bit interesting instead of going for the max or even at 1. And I think that this was honestly really good. This is the deck that I ran, by the way. And I think it was really cool. It had a really cool idea to it, but obviously this got pretty much power crept by the combo Eldlich lists that just ran Jet Synchron, which I mean is completely understandable. I just thought this was kind of like a breath of fresh air, and I thought it was a really cool idea just because the thing that this deck can do that the combo Eldlich deck can't do is that you can actually synchro for Black Rose on your opponent's turn. And the reason that how you do that is that you use your Needle Fiber to go into Formula Synchron on your opponent's turn, and then you can synchro it with your Hakero or your Conquistador, and they're both level 5s, so you can make a Black Rose and then just Black Rose the opponent's field. And then obviously then you would have Conquistador or Hakero in the graveyard, and you can start floating with those cards. So I thought it was pretty solid. I thought it was a really cool idea, especially because Raiden gets you really cool advantage. Same thing with Magician Souls, just being able to get you tons of advantage. Drawing like Outland Souls is like such a broken combo, but yeah, I thought it was really cool. And there's another thing that you can do if you draw the Citri is also in this deck, because this is the tuner that you summon off of Needle Fiber. And so if you happen to get your dangers as the extenders, so if you draw like a danger like Jackalope and Raiden, you can make a Needle Fiber. And then on your opponent's turn, you use your Citri to go into Amatrex, or obviously the Chambaras in this list as well. And then you can synchro that with your Formula Synchron that you banish, or you banish your Halqifibrax to get into the Formula Synchron, and then synchro that into a Dragster. And so you do have a Spell Trap negate, as well as you get a draw for the Halqifibrax, which I thought was a really cool combo. Just pretty much off of 1 Halqifibrax, you get a negate and a draw. So I thought that was really cool. Obviously, like I said before, this is pretty much power crept by the combo Eldlich lists. But this is something that you can go to, assuming Jet Synchron gets banned in, the list coming out in September. Moving on into the dinosaur lists, I do want to mention, this tournament I think took place nearly a month ago. I've just have had it's been a lot of time trying to get all these feature matches out, so that's why it's been taking a minute. And also organizing the tournament that I'm hosting. But yeah, so this is a dinosaur list. I'm not exactly too familiar with how the dinosaur lists are looking right now, but like you've seen in the combos, he really liked the synchro engine, and in fact I really liked it. I thought it was a really cool idea, just being able to combo into all these synchro monsters and doing lots of stuff. I mean, the synchro monsters took up the majority of this deck, which I think was super cool. Odline has a really awesome graveyard effect where you can banish it from the grave and immediately normal summon a Mecha Phantom Beast monster from your hand, being another O-Lion. So it's just an extender, honestly. If you draw an O-Lion, it's an extender, which is really cool because you use your main engine to go into the Halqifibrax and summon the first one. You get the token off of it, and then you banish it from the grave and summon the other one from your hand. And then the third one you can summon from the deck with Auroradon. So I think that's actually really cool. I think the 3 of the O-Line is actually a really cool option, a tech idea. And yeah, overall I thought it was really nice. I like this list quite a bit actually. So moving on into the zoo list, this is pretty much the standard zoo deck that you've seen on my channel over the last couple of weeks. I mean, not much has changed at all. I don't know if there's anything that has changed, honestly. And I don't know if there's like a whole lot of like zoo texts that have become like standardized in the zoo builds. But I think that like this is pretty much like how the deck should be run, or like a really close idea of how it should be run. And if you do want to see the combos, I do have a combo video on my channel as well. I believe I have two or three combo videos, as well as like multiple deck profiles. So you'll have to see, like, you'll see like pretty much this deck hasn't changed much at all. You know, like the 10 zoos with the 3 tanky, like it's pretty much all you need. And then you can fill the deck with pretty much like, you know, draw power extenders in the form of Monster Reborn, and like hand traps, and just back row, and, you know, just removal in some form. I think that the Winder is actually such a good card in this deck, and I think you've probably seen that like time and time again. Just being able to any zoo in your hand plus Winder is like a combo in and of itself, so I think that's really cool. Yeah. Moving on into the Blue Eyes deck. This is the Blue Eyes deck that that we've been seeing as well. Oh, by the way, so the way that I am showing these deck lists, so this deck got first, this deck got second, the Dinosaur deck got second, and the Zoo deck got third, meaning that the Blue Eyes deck got fourth. And there were 5 participants for this, so obviously the Eldlich deck won. This got second, third, yeah, like I said before. Anyways, yeah, so this Blue Eyes deck barely missed the top cut. If he would have got one more win, he would have been able to make it into the top cut, but unfortunately, he didn't, so that's a little unfortunate there. I think that the Azure Eyes and the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon are some cards that probably need to be cut in the future, because throughout all of the variants that I've seen of this, these cards have not been played. I think that Blue Eyes is mostly going towards a rank 8 strategy rather than a synchro strategy. And yeah, I think that the Halki Firex combos need to be updated in this as well. Just since they're not really super strong. Pretty much it's like a discard out of your opponent's hand, and you get a Stardust Warrior, which is a monster summon negate. But that's about it. It's not really too special. Moving on to the final deck, unfortunately there were no feature matches with this because there wasn't really a good way to showcase the combo. He pretty much bricked multiple times, and the times that he didn't, he pretty much got stopped. So unfortunately, this was the 5th place Karakuri deck list. I just figured I might as well show it really quick. But there's not really a whole lot to say about it, which is a little unfortunate. So unfortunately, he didn't get a topping record or anything like that. In fact, it came in last place, which is a little unfortunate. But with all that said, I know it's a little bit of a shorter video than it usually is, but yeah, with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and go join the tournament in the description below. See ya.